A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 19 verses 16 to 22. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. Another day, a man stopped Jesus and asked, "Teacher, what good thing must I do to get eternal life?" Jesus said, "Why do you question me about what is good? God is the one who is good. If you want to enter the life of God, just do what He tells you." The man asked, "What in particular?" Jesus said, "Don't murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal, don't lie, honor your father and mother, and love your neighbor as you do yourself." The young man said, "I have done all that. What is left?" "If you want to give it all you have got," Jesus replied, "go sell your possessions. Give everything to the poor. All your wealth will then be in heaven. Then come, follow me." That was the last thing the young man expected to hear, and so, crestfallen, he walked away. He was holding on tight to a lot of things, and he couldn't bear to let go. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 19 verses 16 to 22. "Excuse me, how much do I pay to buy a ticket to heaven?" That's a stupid question, we might say. Who doesn't know that there is no entrance fee to heaven? But having said that, many of us do hold on to similar views as that of the young man in today's Gospel. That eternal life is a reward for our good works. Through the mouth of this young man, Matthew is voicing the common misunderstanding of the time, that if you do something good to please God, He would give you heaven in return. But Jesus rectifies that notion. Eternal life is always the gift of God. Incidentally, this is the very first time the phrase eternal life is mentioned in the Gospel. In the discussions that follow, this phrase is further explained as the kingdom of heaven. Jesus reminds him of the commandments given by God. Matthew listed 5 of these commandments and concluded the list with the all-embracing one: love your neighbor as yourself. The young man is a representative of the restlessness of the youth today. He feels he is already observing all these commandments and yet remains unsatisfied. Something is lacking. What else needs to be done? Jesus understands the restlessness of his heart, the restlessness of the human soul until it meets with its Creator. 3 centuries after Jesus, another young and rich man would echo these words of the Gospel and say, "You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until it rests in you." Saint Augustine of Hippo, in spite of enjoying all the happiness the world could offer, yet realized the meaninglessness of his life. The story of this rich young man of the Gospel and the life of St. Augustine place before us a gospel truth. The riches of this world and its pleasures fail to offer peace of mind and happiness of the heart. On the contrary, worldly pleasures and their attractions lead to further frustrations and sadness. The young man is in search of life, meaning of life, and therefore he asks, "What shall I do to attain eternal life?" Jesus gave him the possible remedy. but he was not willing to take it. St. Augustine was also in search of happiness in life, and finally, when comes to realize the meaning of giving up what the world offers, he enters into the joy and peace that God alone could provide. The vocation stories of Apostles Peter, Andrew, James, John, and Matthew, all of them tell us about how they got up, left their boats and nets, gave up all they had and followed Jesus. Are we willing to give up what we have?